Election officials say thousands of dollars and a lot of work is needed to be ready for new voter ID requirements come November.
A federal appeals court said Friday that the state could once again enforce the voter ID law. News 3's Jessica Arp tells us about the work underway to make that happen.
Well, there are about 50 days and counting until that election, and in that time, thousands of people will need to get IDs. Election officials will need to be trained, and nobody is sure if it can all happen in time.
Now serving C210.
The vast majority of people coming through the Madison West DMV are here for auto titles and driver license renewals.
4 and 5.
But they now can also come to process a special waiver to get a voter ID.
Instead of presenting us with a birth certificate, you indicate to us that you don't have one. We have you fill out the petition, which is basically the form you would fill out when you go to the courthouse to apply for a copy of your birth certificate.
10 people across the state filled out a petition for a waiver on Monday. The first day of the new process, approved quickly by the state last week, was allowed. But voters should know they can't get the card right away. It could take 24 hours to 7 days.
They need to get in as soon as possible if they're going to use this process so that we can help them get what they need to vote.
This one needs to go, and then this one.
Meanwhile, the Madison City Clerk's office is destroying thousands of documents set to be mailed with absentee ballots and asking for more money for reprinting, as well as $96,000 to pay for 273 more poll workers and 60 additional trainings.
And everybody working at the polls is going to have to know about the voter ID requirements and how to issue a provisional ballot. And the provisional ballot process is really quite complicated. So we need to make sure we have training that's focused on that so the voter doesn't have to wait for the election officials to look up what to do. We need them to all be ready to go.
The mayor says that money is covered in the current budget, but he's concerned where they're going to find these extra 270-some poll workers. The Government Accountability Board plans to hold a news conference tomorrow to update efforts to educate and train local clerks on the new requirements, as well as figure out there's almost 12,000 ballots already went out with now the wrong instructions. They'll have to fix that. Hopefully we should learn more about that tomorrow.
Coming up fast. You said about 50 days to election day, even fewer when you go business days. So,
That's right.
All right, Jess, thank you very much.